you all doing? My name's Bob Asser. I'm a Newcastle boy, and I first came across Drifta probably about 2.5 years ago. My brother-in-law was looking to get some drawers fitted into his four-wheel drive, and he found Drifta online, and was going up there to get some fitted, and he said, "You want to come for a run?" So I said, "Yeah, I'll come for a run." So I went up there to Gloucester, and while his drawers were being fitted, we had a bit of a look around the place, and I spotted one of these trailers. And I mean, the first thing I loved about it was just the looks of it. It just looked like a tough, strong trailer. It was just the design that I'd been looking for a long, long time. So made a few inquiries on that day, but it was way out of my price range at that point in time. So it went on me wish list for quite a while. So after a while I bit the bullet and went up and had a bit of a talk to him. And we had a talk about, you know, how I could keep prices down and how I could get around my budget and be able to get into this range of trailer. So I opted for the 6-foot equip. And at that stage, when I first looked at it, I was just going to get the 6-foot equip, and we were going to use an Oz tent off the side of it to go camping in. And that was the way I was going to keep my prices down. But while we were there walking around, they came and said to me, "Well, we're developing this new tent. Come and have a look at that." So we went into the little shed, and they had this tent that was part built, and I had a look at that, and I thought, what a great idea. Because I'd had a rooftop tent many, many years ago, and the idea of climbing up and down ladders just didn't sort of float me boat. You know, we had one for a while, but I sold it soon after we finished the trip up with a cape in it. The idea of what I like about this one is the fact that you don't have to climb ladders. That was a great thing. So I said, okay, put me down for one of those tents as well. So that's when the build started. And the good thing I liked about how you get this trailer is you don't have to outlay that money straight away. All that money doesn't have to be outlaid on the day. You can pay it off. So you outlay X amount of money to get you into the build list, to get your build date. And then once they start building it, they build the chassis, that gets built, and then you pay a bit more. And then it goes to the paint shop. And then as it gradually goes up, you just pay it off, and it makes it a lot easier to get into this range of trailer. So yeah, I went for the equip, just the standard kitchen. I just went with the smaller fridge, so as I get me row of drawers here. I could have gone with a bigger fridge, but then I lose my drawers, and I find these very handy in your kitchen. So we went with the kitchen, and I also kept my prices down by just staying with a leaf spring suspension. The option was to go with a fully independent and the air bag suspension, which is, I mean, it's very impressive. But you know, if you're on a budget, the leaf springs are fine, and they will get you anywhere that the independent ones will. And the other thing I like about the independent, and what Drew made my mind up about that, is if you break something like this out in the middle of Australia, you'll get leaf spring just about anywhere. The independent might be a little bit hard to get parts for, but anyhow, horses for courses. But I've had a lot of fun since I've had the trailer now. I spend most of my days at home. If I'm not away camping, I'll accessorise it, and I'll just make little add-ons and little bits and pieces just to make your camping, you know, experience a little bit more comfortable. We went. I didn't actually go with it with the Drifta, the shower. I ended up buying it. It's a kick-ass shower, but it's fine. I mean, it does the job. And I've made mine so as I can slide it onto a sail track. It just slides into the sail track when I pull up. I can slide that out, pack it back up into a bag, and then put it back inside my canopy. So that way, it's not out in the elements. It's not in my way when I'm folding my tent up. It just works for me. So that's why I've gone with that. But it's probably been the best thing that I've invested in a long time. I mean, I undernard about just getting a normal trailer, just getting a box. I've actually had a box trailer. I had a 75 box trailer, and I thought, well, why can't I just make that into a camper trailer? But after talking to them, and you know, those trailers are built, well, they're not built to put so much equipment in them full time. You know, they're a box trailer designed to, you know, go and get a load of gravel or some wood, and that doesn't stay in there. And these trailers are built specifically to go off-road and get you anywhere you want to go. And that's pretty much why I've gone with Drifta. And since going with the trailer, I found the after-sale service with Drifta is just, it's never been equalled by anybody that I know. I've had caravans before in the past, and once you walk out of the showroom, they don't want to know you. Things break, they don't really care. But I found with Drifta and Luke, he can't do enough for you. And if something breaks, he's straight on top of it, and he'll sort that out for you as quick as blink. Or different things that you might find haven't worked out the way you want them, and you have a go and have a talk to him, and he can sort them out for you. So at the moment I'm talking to him about the old stone guard, because I have a Prado, and when the Prado's hooked onto the trailer, the door doesn't quite open because it hits the stone guard. Now I've got drawers in the back of my Prado, so if I can't get that door open, I can't get my drawers open, which becomes a bit of a problem. So at the moment I'm talking with Luke and looking at redesigning the stone guard on some sort of a hinge setup. So I'm sure we'll be able to work something out. But it's not only the trailer, I mean all the other camping equipment that Drifta have made, it's all just top quality. I mean, it's stuff that's I'm going to have for as long as I'm going to go camping, and I'm sure once I'm finished with it, I'll hand it down to my kids, and it'll still be in perfect condition for them to go camping. So that's pretty much why I've gone with Drifta, and I hope you're happy as Larry.